know you missed me. Welcome to today's episode. Big brain, small brain. This one's gonna be a good one, y'all. So grab your lunch, grab a snack, grab a chore, I don't know, or do nothing and just stare at me for 2 hours straight. So I will be talking about High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. I will be ranking everything having to do with High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. And I have to repeat myself, High School Musical 1, 2, and 3, because no, I will not be talking about High School Musical, the series, because I have not watched that, and also because it's not part of the trilogy, and also because it's not a movie, and also because it's a show. So, but if I really wanted to, I really could make this video like 10 hours long. Because there is so much to talk about High School Musical. I could be talking about the production, I can be talking about the characters, I could be talking about the actors, I could be talking about the audition process, I could be talking about fun facts, I could be talking about a million and one other things. Oh my goodness. Anyways, there's a lot to talk about, and that's part of the reason why I am holding the little lab, and also part of the reason why the setup is different than usual as per the setup. As per past videos, it's different because this is going to be a different video, okay? I don't know how many times I can say it, I don't know how many times I can explain it, but it's different, okay? And it's gonna be amazing, okay? So I will be summarizing each movie, and then I will be ranking each movie. I will be ranking the things in the movie, I will be ranking the characters, I will be ranking the song, and then I will be ranking the movie. I will be ranking the songs and the characters per movie, and then at the very end, I will be doing an ultimate ranking across all movies to see who's number one and who's number last. Okay, oh, girl. When you know, you know.
Hey, just working hard so I can please you.
High School Musical 1, it opens up New Year's Eve. Troy, our main character, is playing basketball with his father, Mr. Bolton. His mom comes in, Mrs. Bolton. Y'all really playing basketball instead of enjoying the party? The whole reason why we're here on vacation? They're on vacation. It's snowing. I don't know where on vacation they are. But High School Musical takes place in Albuquerque, Mexico.
And oh my
god. It takes place in Albuquerque, Mexico. Anyways, his mother tells him to go tidy up and to join the other teenagers at the party that the hotel has hosted. Now we're at the party. There's dancing, there's singing. It's a high school party, innocent, fun. They're doing karaoke. Gabriella. You want to know what type of character Gabriella is? So she's at a party and she brought a book. That's the type of character Gabriella is. Can you hate her? Can you love her? I don't know. Anyways, Troy walks in. They're doing karaoke, basically random lottery. If you get chosen, you have to get up and sing. They put a little spotlight on you and they're like, get up and sing. I don't give a damn if you can sing, good or not. You're going to be getting up and sing. So the spotlight shines and it's Gabriella and it's Troy. And they get up and that's how they meet. And they start singing. They have a blast. Troy loves it. They finish singing, they exchange numbers. Gabriella says that she's not from there, she's just there for vacation, and which is why Troy is like, can I please get your number? They exchange numbers. Gabriella leaves. Fast forward, it's the first day of school, back from winter break. Homeroom. Troy, basketball player. Gabriella walks into the classroom. Troy, confused. Troy calls her up because he calls her up, her cell rings, and because her cell rings, every single character in that room looks at their phone in case it's their phone that rings, and because of that, they all get detention. Now, whose class are they in? Miss Darbus. Who are they? Gabriella, Troy, Chad, Taylor, Kelsey, Sharpay, Ryan. Troy is in the basketball team. Troy's basketball team players, also his friends, are Chad, best friend, Zeke, what's his name? Jason, and then random other people, don't know their names are not important. Gabriella's getting the tour, her mother and the principal. Principal, hey Gabriella, based on your records, I can tell that you're a super genius. I want you to be a super genius here at our school. I'm going to put you in all the really smart super genius classes. Gabriella, please don't do that. I don't want to be a super genius anymore. Okay, I was a super genius in all of my other schools, and I was a big fat loser because of it. Nobody wanted to be my friend.
Damn.
I don't want that to happen again here. Principal doesn't care. Mom doesn't care. Gabriella, for now, lies about being a super genius, but is it really lying? It's more just like she just doesn't tell anyone. They were in the class, Miss Darbus's class. She is theater teacher, and she is also their home room. Detention is helping the theater department build their sets. So they're at the theater department painting and building sets. Troy's dad comes in. Troy's dad is the basketball coach. Troy's dad comes in yelling at Miss Darbus, being like, why in the world did you put my basketball players in detention? Typical privilege of a person who plays sports. Troy's dad takes them out of detention so that they can practice, because basketball is more important than anything, because they are practicing for their last state championship game. It's the most important game of the season. I don't know if it's their last one or if it's their first one. I don't remember that. I don't think that was very clear, because they came back. It's like the ending half of the semester. Sharpay, Evans, Ryan, Evans. They're siblings. They're actually twins. Sharpay, Evans, Ryan, Evans. They are the richest and most popular kids in the school. Mind you, they're all rich. So they're not popular because they're rich. Because they're all rich. Every single one of them. Okay? Don't let that fool ya. Sharpay notices that Gabriella and Troy are like giving each other googly eyes. And Sharpay is very annoyed because Sharpay's like, excuse me, but Troy is my man. Okay? He has to be. Because one, I'm the popular theater girl, and two, he's the popular basketball guy. We're supposed to be a thing. That is my man, so get away from him. So Sharpay uses internet.com and Google searches Gabriella Montez, and the first thing that pops up is that Gabriella Montez is a super genius. And so because of this, Sharpay signs her up for the Super Genius Nerd Club, and the president of the Super Genius Nerd Club is Miss Taylor. During the basketball practice, Troy gets a mini existential crisis, a mini personality crisis, because he's out there playing basketball, but while he's playing basketball, he can't stop thinking about Gabriella, and he can't stop thinking about singing. He's like, wow, I actually really enjoyed singing, and I would have never thought that because I'm supposed to be playing basketball. And not only did I really enjoy singing, I really like this girl Gabriella. Okay, I really like her. There's something about her and I really like her, and I can't stop thinking about her. I can't stop thinking about her. I can't stop thinking about singing. And in the Super Genius Nerd Club, Gabriella is talking to Taylor, and she talks to Taylor asking her, hey, who the heck is Troy? Because I'm kind of sort of into him, and obviously I'm new, and obviously you would know more about him. But Taylor's like, girl, you are too smart for a boy toy named Troy. We move forward. It's the day of auditions. Auditions of what? The Spring Musicale. Okay? The musical that is going to be happening in spring. This movie is about the auditions for the musical. There is no musical in High School Musical. They are auditioning for a musical in high school while being musically. Troy and Gabriella skip their commitments. Troy skips basketball practice. Now, I want you to imagine this. Troy, the gym is right here. The auditorium is right here. Now, Troy can't just walk on over to the auditorium because then everybody's going to be watching him and everyone's going to be questioning as to why the hell he wants to audition for the Spring Music Out. So what Troy does is he goes all the way around, dodging, cutting through classrooms, hiding, snooping, dashing around, avoiding every single person because he does not want a single soul to see. He does not want a single soul to see that he is trying to audition for the Spring Music Out. And then Gabriella she doesn't do that. She kind of just walks to the auditorium because she doesn't care, because she doesn't understand why everyone in this damn school is so annoying, so strict, so cliquey. They go to the auditions. Bet they don't audition. They watch everybody audition because they are too chicken to actually go up there and audition. So they just watch everybody. Sharpay and Ryan audition, and then random nobodies audition. At the end of the auditions, Troy and Gabriella kind of regret not auditioning. They run into my girl Kelsey. Kelsey is the musical composer for all the musicals. She is a pianist and the composer, the writer. She is everything. She is a true super genius. Okay? So they run into her and she's like, hey, do you guys want to sing this song? So nobody in the audition sang it how I wrote it. Do you guys want to sing it how I wrote it? And so Troy and Gabriella are like, yeah, girl. Give it to me. They sing it. Miss Darbus hears it. And she's like, you know what? Even though the auditions were deemed over, I am going to give you guys a call back. And then because of this, the entire school now knows that Troy and Gabriella auditioned and that Troy and Gabriella have a callback. They put a flyer in the middle of the damn school hallway being like, callbacks, this date, Troy and Gabriella, Sharpay and Ryan. Sharpay freaks out because she's the theater girl. She's the talented one. She gets all the leads. She gets all the songs. She doesn't even have to really audition because of how good she is, but she does it anyway because she is a true theater girl. But now she sees that she's up for callbacks for this rando that just came out of nowhere, and then this freaking sweaty, nasty basketball player that even though she's in love with him, she's like, I'd rather you not audition with this rando that just came out of nowhere. Why wouldn't you audition with me? Because mind you, she auditions with her brother because her brother is her only friend because she's such a little cunt. The entire school sees this and the entire school starts freaking out because she's like, the entire school is like, that's not possible. You have to stick to what you know. You got to stick to the quo. You got to stick to the status quo. If you're a basketball player, you can only do basketball player. If you're a brainiac, you can only be a brainiac. If you're this, you can only do that. You can't cross-contaminate. Dramatic. Insanely dramatic. So because of this, the Chad, the second in command of the basketball team, and then Taylor, the president of the Super Geniuses, they come together to come up with a plan to sabotage Troy and Gabriella so that they do not audition and they freaking stick to the status freaking stupid little ugly quo. So what they come up with is that the entire basketball team essentially ambushes Troy, and Troy does this whole speech about how he's committed to the game and how he's a loyal friend and he's loyal to the team and he's not loyal to some girl that he just met because he just met her. Now, while he's saying this, Chad is filming Zac Efron. What the heck is his name? Filming Troy. And then Taylor is broadcasting it to Gabriella to be like, look, girl, your silly little boyfriend who you're trying to audition to this stupid little ugly play with doesn't like you and only cares about basketball. So because of this, Gabriella's all depressed, and Troy is also depressed because he's like, you guys are Like, the worst people ever, not letting me just, like, first of all, a girl. Second of all, let me have fun. But this backfires. This backfires on them because now Troy and Gabriella are just not talking to anybody, and also Troy and Gabriella are essentially broken up now, even though were they together to begin with. They're just like too busy being really depressed, so they don't talk to their friends and they don't do anything at all. And that's not what Chad and Taylor's plan was. Their plan was to just dump each other and to just, stick to what they know. Anyways, so because they're in a way friends and not necessarily acquaintances, and they have some little bit of empathy and sympathy, Taylor and Chad regret their decision and they apologize to Troy and Gabriella, and they tell them that they sabotaged them and they did it on purpose. Troy forgives them in a way, but Gabriella doesn't, because Gabriella is like, okay, even though you sabotaged me, you did not write the script for him. You did not tell him what to say. He said that himself. So I still don't like him, and because I'm still depressed, I also still don't like you. So Troy tries to apologize. Troy finds Gabriella. First of all, Troy goes to her house. Troy goes to her house. Stalker. Troy goes to her house and apologizes, and they sing a little bit. They're like, see, remember when we were singing and it was kind of fun? We should do it again. They make up and they decide that they're going to audition. Now, Sharpay finds out that they really are going to audition, and now she's gonna try to sabotage them. So what Sharpay does, she convinces Miss Darbus to host the callbacks the same day as the freaking stupid little important championship basketball game, and the same day as the stupid little triathlon freaking math game, because like I said, Gabriella and Taylor are in the Super Genius Nerd freaking club, and they have their Super Genius Nerd game where they do math on the board like in Mean Girls. And like, now that they're all friends and they see that the callbacks are at the same time, they now help Troy and Gabriella to sabotage their own little thingamabobber. Their own little things, because they're happening at the same time. Gabriella's, their little nerd game is happening, and they kind of just finish it super fast, so they don't really actually have to sabotage their own thing, because they're actually, like I said, super geniuses, so they just win within a matter of 2 minutes, and it's over. So in theory, Gabriella can just go audition by herself, but she's not going to do that. Now she's going to go sabotage a stupid little game. So what they do is that the Super Genius Nerds, they hack the scoreboard, and the scoreboard starts going crazy, and then the Super Genius Nerds make a little bomb, essentially, a smoke bomb, and they put it off in the gym. And so because there's chaos, the basketball game is on a pause, and they're like, listen, everybody exit the gym while we figure it out. And so now, because everyone exits the gym, Troy and Gabriella are now able to audition. So they run to the auditions, but because the people who are watching the basketball game have nowhere to go, they follow them to the auditorium and they watch them audition. They have a big fat crowd to watch them audition. Anyways, they audition. And do they get the part? We don't know. The audition is over. They did really good. The gym is fixed. They go back to the gym. They win the game. And then they sing out, we're all in this together. Because now they're all friends. And the status quo is no more. Essentially. That's what's supposed to happen. That they're all fine and they're all friends and they're all besties and they don't care what you do as long as you do it good. Anyway, some like small little things. Zeke is in love with Sharpay. Zeke likes to bake. There's a cello dude who is a skateboarder, and he's like, I like to cello. There's another super genius girl, actually. Her name is Martha. She's not really a character in the first movie, but she is a character in the next 2 movies. She's a super genius, and not only is she a super genius, but she also really likes to breakdance. And that's High School Musical 1.
Okay, if you're an 8-year-old... What was that?
What the hell is
I'm
that?
showing them what they could be when they're older.
Hey, this is the fun part. This is the most important part. Okay, so I am going to be ranking everything High School Musical. I am going to be doing it in order of the song's appearance.
I know. My head's in the game, but my heart's in the song.
My head's in the game. So these 2 songs are classics. Something New and Head in the Game. When you tell me High School Musical, I'm thinking these 2. It's Sharpay and Ryan's version. And now it's the same exact song, but Troy and Gabriella's version.
We're always there.
And then we get to the part where everybody's yelling at each other and they're saying, you have to stick to the status quo. You're not allowed to be a theater kid and a basketball kid. So that Gabriella, her heart is broken, and now it's finally time for the auditions. Troy and Gabriella, they have to audition too, because that's the point. And now the movie's over, and to signify that the movie's over, you gotta know that we're all in this together. See, look, there's them 2. Oh my god, why is, okay, them 2, and then like everybody else, because they're all in this together. This movie is really interesting when it comes to singing. So it has the least songs, but the songs, let me tell you something. So in High School Musical 1, Troy is played by Zac Efron, but Troy is also played by Drew Seeley. Zac Efron wasn't exactly the best singer yet, but they made Drew Seeley sing. And when the auditions were happening, like for the actual movie, Drew Seeley was supposed to play Troy Bolton, but he didn't. Zac Efron did. And Zac Efron couldn't sing yet though, so they're like, listen Drew, I know you didn't get the part, but we're gonna pay you to sing the part. And then rumor has it that Vanessa Hudgens, when she sings, her voice is actually mixed with Santana from Glee. Because rumor has it that Santana was supposed to be Gabrielle Montez. We're going to be over here. Same system. A, B, C, D. Now note, there's no D songs. Why? There are no bad songs. Her character could be better in this movie. She could make decisions for herself and stop being such a crybaby. He was a crybaby at first, but then he stopped. That's why he gets an A. That's Troy's mom. I don't care about her. That's Troy's dad. I hate him. That's Miss Darbus. She's kind of annoying. Terrible friend. Terrible person. Okay. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I think that was a printing error. But nevertheless, Taylor. Aw, look, they're made for each other. Isn't that so sweet? Gabrielle's mom. She's alright. Who is that? It's Zeke. He's alright. He's got a funny line. Ryan Evans. He's also just alright. He could do better. He could not do whatever Sharpay tells him to do. Jason. He's alright. I don't even know if he spoke. Kelsey. She's pretty good. Yeah, sometimes she's a little bit annoying, but that's just because she's kind of like a loser. But that's not her fault. Miss Sharpay Evans. She's alright. That's Martha, by the way. That's Martha.
Love to pop and lock and jam and break.
So she doesn't really get a category. She's kind of just like there. Who is that guy? What? But he's their principal. And he's the one who tells Gabriella that she should be a super genius and that she's dumb. So I was gonna put him in like the whatever category, but like he's kind of annoying. So last but not least,
I play the cello. Awesome. What is it? A saw? No, dude, it's like a giant violin.
there's just something about the characters in this movie that is like kind of hard to rate, because since it's the first movie, there's not a lot of space for character development and character care. There's only room for character hate. And I hate these two, Taylor and Chad. Why? Because they're terrible friends. Now, I know that the whole point is that, you know, the whole point of the movie is that you don't need to stick to the status quo. You can do whatever you want. And they're kind of the captains of, you have to stick to the status quo. You have to do what you were built to do, essentially. You know, like, you have no free will, no freedom. You have no personality. You have nothing. And they suck. They suck. They suck. They're awful friends. Awful. And they're sheep. They can't think for themselves, even though they think they are thinking for themselves. Now it's time for High School Musical 2. 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 It's the sequel to High School Musical. There are now more characters and more songs and a lot more story, a lot more plot. Because now it's High School Musical 2. It's summer. They need jobs. And Sharpay wants Troy. That's the plot of the movie. They need jobs and Sharpay wants Troy. Sharpay, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Evans, they own a country club. Sharpay goes to the country club every summer. She knows that Troy is looking for a job. So, because she owns a country club, she tells the country club to hire Troy no matter what it takes. Okay? So, Troy says, hey, in order to hire me, you need to hire all of my friends too. And so, because they had the order of getting Troy to work there no matter the circumstances, no matter what, they hire everybody. They hire everybody. Troy is everything. Gabriella is a lifeguard. Taylor is a summer camp counselor / in charge of member activities. The entire basketball crew, Zeke, Jason, and Chad, are in the kitchen. Except Chad is also kind of everything, the same way that Troy does everything. But Zeke is the chef's sous chef, because he loves chefing it up. Jason, in the kitchen, I think he does the dishes. Martha, also in the kitchen, I think she also does the dishes. Kelsey is the pianist for the club, the country club. Oh, and then Sharpay and Ryan, they don't work there. They are guests. It's their club. It's their home. It's their property. Okay? Now, we learn very quickly that the country club has an annual end of summer talent show. And obviously Sharpay and Ryan enter it every single year, and obviously every single year Sharpay wins, not Sharpay and Ryan, because there can only be one winner, so obviously it's going to be Sharpay. Once Sharpay learns that Mr. Fulton, he is essentially the manager of the entire country club, and he is the one who hired them, and he is the one who is in charge of them. So she goes and she yells at Mr. Fulton. She's like, girl, why the hell did you hire everybody? And he's like, well, because like you said, you told me to do whatever it takes to hire Troy. And she's like, okay, well, they're going to ruin my summer, and they're going to ruin my chances of winning the talent show, and they're just going to ruin everything, and I hate them so much. So can you please make their jobs miserable? Because you can't fire them, because my mom and my dad want me to be a better person and want my high school friends to be working at the summer place so that I can be a better person and be friends with them. So she told you to not fire them. Instead, just make their lives miserable and make them want to quit. And he's like, sure thing. But it's really funny because the way that he makes their lives miserable is that he literally just puts them to work. They're there to work. And so the way that Mr. Fulton makes their jobs miserable, he just gives them tasks and duties and responsibilities. And he yells at them if they don't wear the uniform. And he yells at them if they aren't following the rules. Literally, that's what a job is. So Mr. Fulton comes in and gives everybody their tasks. And everybody's like, they all look at Troy, first of all. They all look at Troy and they're like, what the hell did you get us into? I didn't know we were going to freaking have to work. And so they're all talking about quitting. And Troy is like, first of all, you guys are being really dramatic. We're all friends and it's just the summer. And when you think about it, it's a really simple, easy job. So stop being a crybaby. And they stop. So Troy is the alpha. They listen to him no matter what. And so Sharpay takes advantage of her parents being rich and gazillionaires and owning the country club, and makes Troy do basically whatever she wants. But also he gets the most perks out of the job. He gets promoted, so he gets paid more than everybody there, and his promotion is a nicer uniform, but the uniform is provided for him. Like, it's fancy shoes and, like, a fancy shirt and fancy pants and, like, fanciness. And he talks to fancy people. And he essentially gets paid to have dinner with Sharpay's parents every night, and gets paid to hang out with Sharpay and do whatever she wants. And Troy is like, you know what? Hell yeah. And who can blame him? Who can blame him? And his friends get really, 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 really jealous and snippy and mean with him. And he's like, why? I'm just doing what it takes to get money. And they're like, yeah, but you're choosing money over your friends, guy. And Troy is like, oh, you gotta do what you gotta do. And they hate him. And then Troy, because he's also like, it's summertime, Gabriella is finally officially my girlfriend, I want to make the summer amazing for her. So any chance he gets, Troy essentially takes her away from her job, and she has a really important job. She is a lifeguard. She literally has an important life-saving job. So any chance that Troy gets, he takes her away to do like cute little dates, lunch dates at a picnic in the middle of the golf course. And because of this, they get in trouble because they're on the clock. They get in trouble, but Troy doesn't get in trouble, just Gabriella. But Gabriella doesn't care. Like, Gabriella understands because she's not stupid. Because she's like, you know what? You're right. I am supposed to be doing my job.
Kelsey is at the piano and she's like singing to herself and she's playing the piano. Troy and Gabriella overhear her. So Troy and Gabriella go to her and be like, hey girl, what you doing? And Kelsey's like, hey, so I found out that there's like an end of the summer talent show and I wrote this piece and I really think we should all do it. I think it'll be really fun. And Troy's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who told you that I like to sing? And Kelsey's like, you did the spring musicale. And Troy's like, girl, I'm not singing. And then Gabriella's like, come on, Troy. Let's just sing it right now and see how we feel. So they start singing and everybody joins in. And then after that, they're all really excited. And Troy's like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's do the talent show. And everyone gets really happy, really excited. And Kelsey's like, perfect, great. I'm going to, work on this song. And I'm going to make this really amazing and really fun and really cool and really fun. And then Ryan overhears them singing. And so Ryan runs over to Sharpay and snitches on them and is like, girl, they're going to be in the freaking talent show. And they're probably going to win. And Sharpay is like, girl, don't worry about it. Sharpay is like, do not worry about it, my brother. Because I have this really ultimate master plan to steal Troy away from them and have Troy be mine and only mine. Ryan's like, okay, whatever, girl. Troy and Chad get assigned to caddy for the Evans. The Evans are going out on the golf course, and Troy and Chad are the ones who are going to be dragging around their golf clubs and getting the balls and stuff. They treat Chad like trash. Low-key, a little bit racist. Just low-key. Something that I didn't notice as a child, but something that I notice now. Low-key. Mr. Evans is talking to Troy, being like, hey, I heard that you're really good at basketball. I am friends with the basketball scouter at this really good university. I am going to get you in with him so that he can meet you and possibly get you a scholarship. And then Chad overhears, because obviously they're right next to each other, and Chad's like, I play basketball too. And Troy's like, yeah, in fact, Chad might even be better than me. And Mr. Evans is like, girl, I do not give a damn about Chad. Read the room. I only care about you. I'm not doing anything for Chad. Chad can do whatever the hell he wants. But I don't care. Troy is oblivious. But really, like I said, who can blame him? Because they are literally manipulating him. It is literally pure manipulation because literally he is a child. He is a child who just does what he's told, who wants money so that he can take his girlfriend out on dates, and who also wants a scholarship because that's what his parents told him to do, and also wants to play basketball because that's what his parents told him to do because they told him that's what he's supposed to do. Then when he graduates high school, he's going to go and play college. He's going to play basketball in college. But everyone, of course, is mad. Chad is mad. Chad essentially hates Troy right now. And then he goes and tells everybody, and everybody else essentially hates Troy too. But like I said, who can blame him? And then there's an argument scene where Troy is literally like, who can blame me? If you are in my shoes, wouldn't you do the same damn thing? And then Chad, instead of freaking listening to what he's saying, he's like, oh, if I was in your shoes, are you saying I'm not good? Are you saying I'm not good like you? Are you saying that you're better than me? And Troy is like, dude, obviously that's not what I meant. And Chad's like, oh, no. I know what you meant. But I honestly don't think that's what Troy meant. Sharpay essentially makes Troy's responsibilities apparently, be her assistant. Like, he literally does everything for her. And little Miss Taylor stirs up drama. She sees Sharpay and Troy golfing. Troy is teaching her how to golf, and to be fair, he is kind of overstepping his boundaries. He does that little like, oh, let me go behind you, let me show you how to hold it, and does it for her. And Taylor goes and snitches and is like, Gabriella, Sharpay is trying to steal your man, and Troy isn't doing anything about it. Troy leaves, and Sharpay can hit the golf ball perfectly. Like, she clearly knows how to play golf, and Taylor sees that. And knows that Sharpay is manipulating Troy, but instead of telling that to Gabriella, Taylor tells Gabriella that Troy is into it. We saw the same thing, girl. Like, he's being manipulated and lied to. He's not doing it on purpose. There's this really dramatic dinner scene where Troy has a really fancy dinner with Mr. and Mrs. Evans, Sharpay, Ryan, and then the people on the board for the university and the people from the basketball team, and they're talking about scholarships. And Troy is, mind you, on the clock, having dinner with them, and mind you, the people serving them are Chad and Jason and Zeke, you know, the other basketball people. And they're talking about a basketball scholarship. Sharpay then is like, Troy, pretty please, like in front of everybody, you have to sing with me in the talent show at the end of the summer. And so because he is there, and because his job duties are essentially to do whatever Sharpay tells him to do, he is pressured to say, yes, of course, I'll sing with you at the end of the summer fucking musical. And Kelsey goes, because Kelsey is there, she's doing like the piano for them, and Kelsey is the only one who hears this. So Kelsey goes and snitches and is like, guys, Troy isn't singing with us anymore. He is singing with Sharpay. But what I don't understand about this why isn't anybody reading the room? Why is everybody yelling at Troy? Troy is a child who is being manipulated and lied to and forced to do this. How is nobody seeing this? Anyways, but at the same time, Troy is a little bit stupid, and eventually, unfortunately, it does go to his head, because then there's another scene where Troy is being picked up. He is now playing basketball with the basketball team from the university that both him and Chad really want to go to. He's being picked up to go play basketball with them, even though Troy said he was going to play with Chad. So Chad, Zeke, and Jason, they all show up to play basketball, but then Troy's like, oh, sorry guys, I forgot, and I'm actually going to be playing basketball with them. And then Chad and Zeke and them, Chad is like,
why don't you just invite us to go play with you guys? We can play with them. And Troy is like, oh, no. No, see, they're professionals and they wouldn't want to play with amateurs. And Chad is like, baby, you're an amateur. And Troy's like, oh, but am I? That is when Troy lost me. That is when I was no longer on his side. Troy, you let it get to your head, and now you're being a little current. And now they have all the right to hate you right now. So because throughout this entire movie, Sharpay is really focused on Troy, Sharpay is no longer focused on her brother Ryan. Now Ryan is starting to feel abused and he's sad and lonely. So Ryan becomes friends with everybody else. Sharpay is like, oh my god, that is such a smart plan. Keep your enemies closer. Yeah, go be friends with them and you let me know what they're doing so that we can sabotage. And Ryan's like, yeah. Yeah. Gabriella, the sweetest, kindest person ever. Gabriella invites Ryan to their little baseball game. And Ryan is like, sure, I'll go. And then Chad is like, I don't want Ryan there. He is Sharpay's twin brother. He's obviously just here to mess with us. I do not want him in my space. Ryan is like, no, you can trust me. And also, let me play. Chad's like, haha, you can't play. And Ryan's like, yes, I can. And then Ryan's like, yeah, well. Ryan is then like, you need to let me play. And you know what, let's do a bet. And if I'm good at it, then you have to be in the summer talent show with us. And I have to coordinate and stuff. Like, I'm going to make you dance. And Chad's like, girl, I don't dance. And Ryan's like, okay, if I can play baseball, you can dance. They're essentially like kind of the same thing if you think about it. And Chad's like, what the hell are you saying? No, it's not. And then the infamous I don't dance happens. And they battle. And Ryan wins. And Chad now has to dance in the summer talent show. And Chad's like, why are you so good? And Ryan's like, oh, I forgot to mention that I've been playing baseball my entire life. And I'm actually really, really good on it. And I've won many, 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 many games. So, I knew I was going to win. I just wanted you to dance with me. Now, stupid little freaking little Troy, at this point, I literally cannot stand his stupid little face, his stupid little bright, freaking insanely blue eyes. I cannot stand looking at them. I cannot stand looking at his stupid little freaking blue eyes and his stupid little orange skin. Because for some reason, first of all, they color corrected this freaking movie insanely. Anything that is orange is orange. And anything that is blue is blue. Is blue. So his eyes are freaking piercing into your soul while his skin is freaking burnt, crisp orange. Now Ryan and them, they're all friends. And then Troy gets really jealous because Gabriella apparently had like a little party at her house. And Gabriella was like, Troy, where the hell were you? And Troy was like, I'm sorry, I was at the gym. Everybody was there, including Ryan. And Ryan was like, bro, Gabriella's mom makes the best freaking damn brownies in the world. And Troy's like, yeah, I know. I would know. I would know if Gabriella's mom makes good freaking brownies. I would know, not you. And everyone's kind of like, relax. It's not that deep. Ryan is now the choreographer for their end of summer talent show performance. And they're all practicing and having a grand old time. Troy sees them. Troy gets jealous. Troy leaves. Sharpay comes. Sharpay sees him. Sharpay gets jealous. Sharpay is like, Ryan, I told you to spy on them, not be friends with them. And Ryan's like, I never said yes, so leave me the hell alone, girl. You are being psycho. So Sharpay forces Mr. Fulton to make a rule that employees are not allowed to participate in the talent show. Gabriella sees this. Gabriella runs. Gabriella. Gabriella comes to Sharpay and is like, girl, what the hell is your problem? And Sharpay's like, you gotta do what you gotta do to win the prize. And Gabriella's like, girl, what the hell is the prize, Troy? Because you can keep him. I don't want him. At this point, I don't want him. Because you are psychotic. And you are psychotic, he is psychotic. Everybody is being psychotic right now. If you want him, go ahead and grab him. But there is no reason for you to be stopping us from singing and having fun. So Gabriella quits. Troy is sad because Gabriella quits, and Troy is like, please don't quit. Why are you quitting? And Gabriella's like, open your eyes, you idiot. You are being manipulated and tricked and lied to, and you are letting them do it. And you're being an awful, shitty friend. You're being a little current, and I cannot stand you, and I do not want to see your stupid little ugly blue eyes ever again. So Gabriella's gone. Troy is now again going through a personality crisis and doesn't know what to do. So he goes off to the mountains and starts screaming at the mountains. And then Troy tells Sharpay, I'm not doing this talent show with you. And Sharpay goes crazy. And then at the end, Troy's like, actually, you know what? Because I'm a good person, I'll do the talent show with you. Fine. But let my friends also do the talent show. Sharpay's like, fine. I will let your stupid, ugly little friends do the talent show just for the love of freaking Jesus. Sing with me. Troy's like, fine. But there's a little plan happening behind the scenes. Gabriella makes a comeback because Troy goes and apologizes to all his friends for acting like a douche. They accept his apology, and they come up with a plan to bring Gabriella back. So once it's time for the talent show, Ryan tells Troy that they changed the song, and Troy has to learn a new song. And then they're not going to tell Sharpay. So Troy starts singing, and then out of nowhere, Gabriella comes, and she's like, what song is it again? She's like, every day, from right now, and Troy's like, oh my god, Gabriella, I missed you. I haven't seen you in a day. Their little dramatic butts are acting as if they haven't seen each other in years. They haven't seen each other in a day. They sing. They make up. Sharpay has a change of character, and instead of rigging the competition and have it so that she wins, she lets her brother wins. And everybody is fun and happy, and they're all friends, and they're like, we love singing together, we love performing together. So you really truly can do both singing and sports, and it's really fun. And Chad is like, you know what, I like this singing thing, it's really fun and nice and dandy, and it's like super actually really cool. And you know what, we love each other. And now it's the end of summer, let's do this pool party and invite Miley Cyrus. It's time to rank High School Musical 2. Now, this movie starts off strong with a song. What time is it? This next song is not on the soundtrack. It's not labeled, but I'm going to count it. You want to know why? Because I am like 99% sure that this song is sung by the guy who plays Ryan. It's a really good song, and it's the song that plays on the radio when Sharpay and Ryan drive up to the country club. It's a really good song. I'm not gonna put it on this side because I can't. Since it's not on the soundtrack, I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. Work It Out. This song is about Troy convincing them that the job is going to be fine, and when you think about it, it's just a job and the duties aren't that big of a deal. This is You Are the Music in Me. And this is the song where they're like, yeah, let's do the talent show. When I watched High School Musical, I would watch it on the TV, and then immediately whenever it was available for purchase, I would buy the DVD. And now, the way that things work, movies on TVs are always shortened, which is why in the DVD version, it's the extended version, right? So, at the time, this song was only available on the extended version, the DVD version. And I did not know that until I would discuss like High School Musical with my friends in elementary, and I'd be like, yeah, I really like this song, it's also like a really weird song, and they had no idea what the hell I was talking about. And back then I couldn't just pull out my phone and prove to them that the song exists, so they all just thought I was crazy. So you let me know. If you watch it on Disney Plus right now, it's the extended version, so you would be able to see it now. But you let me know if at the time you know what this is. Y'all know this song? This man who says he can't dance, there's a whole lot of dancing in this song. You Are the Music in Me. You might say, we already sung that song. We already ranked it. Right here. Yeah? Well, this one. It's Sharpay's version. Miss Sharpay Evans' version. This song is so damn good that it is A+ tier. A+. This is Gabriella's dramatic song of the movie. It's a thing. They officially made it a thing. Gabriella always has a song about breaking up and leaving. It's really dramatic. It's this one. Gotta Go My Own Way. Super dramatic because she's acting as if this girl is like dropping out of high school and like never seeing them again. But she's literally just quitting her job and she will see them next month. So. This is the song that the Bet on It. Bet on it. This is the dramatic song that Troy is like, why did you change the song on me, Sharpay? But really, it was a trick to bring Gabriella back. Troy didn't know, and everyone was in on it. And Troy was like, "Oh my God, Gabriella, what are you doing here?" And now, last but not least, this is a song that they performed and then invited Miley Cyrus. Oh, that's not Miley, that's Miley. What I want to do is I want to rank the new characters first. Because now that it's a new movie, there's new characters. Obviously, that's what happens. That's how movies work. That's how sequels work. First, new character. That's Mr. Fulton. That man has no backbone. That man quite literally does whatever you tell him to, even if it's against his morals. Do you want to guess who that is? Sharpay's dad. That man has zero boundaries. That man talks to Troy Bolton as if it's his own damn son. That man is just as annoying as Sharpay. Obviously, it's her dad. And then if you want to use context clues, if you want to use critical thinking, these are like the best new characters. This is Sharpay's trio. Their names are Emma, Jackie, and Leah. We know this because Sharpay says it one time in the middle of a line at super fast speed. The only way that I caught it is because I had subtitles on. I don't know which one is Emma. I don't know which one is Jackie. I don't know which one is Leah. We're going to guess. We're going to guess that this one's Emma, Jackie, Leah. Or it could be Emmy, Jackie, Leah. Or it could be Jackie, Emma, Leah. Or Leah, Emma, Jackie. But they're like so fun. Like, I don't know if they're being paid to be Sharpay's trio, but like, they're really fun. They will do whatever Sharpay tells them to do in the most fabulous way. They're dating now. The two awful people are dating now. But I will give it to them because in the second one, they're not that bad. Do you want to know why? It's because the plot of the second one is not whether one or the other. It's about summer vacation, so there's no like, they don't have to give their opinion, their shitty opinions. They're just there being friends in the summer who have a job. And when they're annoyed, they actually have the right to be annoyed because Troy is being a big giant poop. Okay? And then you want to know who the other giant poop? His father? I'm putting him down here because I couldn't really rank him because like even though he's in the movie and he has like a good amount of speaking lines, he kind of doesn't really do anything. His point of his character is to push Troy forward at really random times, so I can't really give a proper opinion on him. So he's going in the random spot. My girl Kelsey. She was alright. She ain't do nothing bad. I mean, she like would snitch a couple of times without providing the rest of the context. But for the most part, she was alright. Okay. And now for our last C tier, Miss Martha. Same exact reason. Why? She was alright. A lot of the characters were just plain alright. These two. Even though they both have like maximum like 2 lines, every single time they speak, they're really funny. And also they're like the only two that don't complain. And they're the only two that are just happy to be there. So they deserve to be in A tier. And then you know who else deserves to be in A tier? My man Ryan. You want to know why? Because he grew a backbone. He created opinions to himself. He stopped being a sheep. He stopped doing whatever Sharpay told him to do. These two annoyed the crap out of me. Now, the only reason why they are here and not down here is because 1, he redeemed himself. 2, she sings all of my favorite songs. So, who could blame her? Who could blame her? You know, if you want to be the best, just sing the best songs. My girl Gabriela Montez. Look, she is gonna go right here because she is a beyond A tier. She is A+ tier. She is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 in this damn in this damn movie. This girl, she stands up for herself. She's the most reasonable one. She's the smartest ones. Nothing that she says is stupid. Nothing that she says contradicts anything. Nothing that she says is unreasonable. She is the only one that makes sense. She's the only one that's not psychotic. She's the only one that doesn't complain. She's the only one that is like genuinely a good person. She's amazing in this movie. This High School Musical 2 is the Gabriela Montez movie. Okay? Now, it's time to end the trilogy. And it's time for High School Musical 3 Senior Year. Opening scene, Troy playing a really intense game of basketball. He's dripping. There's 16 minutes left of the championship game. They're 47-26, Wildcats being 26. It's really dramatic. They're losing. It's their final game. It's their senior year, so it's their final game of high school, not just of the season. They need to win. And they pull it together, and there's a new character, Rocket Man, and Troy is like, I have this great plan. Put Rocket Man into the game because Rocket Man is always benched. If we put him in the game, we're for sure going to win, and they win. Because why would they lose? Honestly, they should have. What if they lost? They should have made the plot about them losing. Troy has an after party at his house. We see his house, and Troy might just be just as rich, if not richer, than the Evans. 'Cause, girl, his house, literally, his backyard fits the entire senior class. Like 200 people there are partying in his backyard right now. And there's plenty of space for them. Troy and Gabriela are hanging out in his treehouse, and they're talking about how senior year is just started, but like it's also almost over, so now they're gonna have to start thinking about colleges, and Gabriela is already thinking of colleges. Gabriela, actually, she got accepted to Stanford, and she's gonna start Stanford, and Stanford is 1,053 miles away, and they're sad because they're gonna be long distance, and they're kind of crying, and Troy and Gabriela is like, it's gonna be okay, we can definitely do this long distance. I have a truck, even though the truck is falling apart, but I can drive, we can be halfway, and I can see you every weekend, every holiday, like, it's going to be fine. And they're like, I don't know. Party's over, next day at school. Sharpay has her own parking spot. Sharpay comes in, Miss Fashionista, Miss Carnty Carnt, Miss Queen, Miss Celebrity. She has a double locker. And then we get Miss new character, Miss British Sharpay. Her name is Gold Tiara. Literally, her last name is Gold, her first name is Tiara. Or Tiara, however you want to freaking pronounce it. Tiara. And she's like, Sharpay, I saw this advertisement that you're hiring an assistant for your senior year. I'm gonna take the job. I'm gonna be your new assistant. I already have your coffee order. Here are your books. I already know your class schedule. And Sharpay's like, okay, freak. Sure. Just do your job. Weirdo. It's drama class. We learn that Taylor is the president of SGA, the Student Government Association. That's what SGA stands for. She's the president. She's in charge of the yearbook. She's in charge of basically everything that seniors do. She's the president, I guess. She's in charge. Miss Darbus is complaining because she's like, nobody has signed up for the spring musicale. Hello, it's your senior year, y'all. And she's talking, and then Kelsey is like sitting at her desk like this. And she gives Miss Darbus the sign up sheet, and she's like, I have the sign up sheet. And Miss Darbus looks at it and she's like, oh my god, everybody applied? Everybody's gonna be part of this final spring musicale? And everybody groans and is yelling at Kelsey because nobody signed up, and Kelsey signed them up like on their behalf. And so now they're all like, they're following Kelsey and they're yelling at her. They're like, it's senior year. I don't have time. I have finals. I have AP classes. Jason is apparently failing and he has to do double the classes and he needs to concentrate. And everybody's like, blah, 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 blah. And Kelsey's like, can y'all shut up? I thought it was going to be fun. I thought it would be a fun little thing for us to do together as our last time, since we're never gonna see each other ever again, and I thought we were friends, and you guys are being really freaking dramatic. And Troy's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. And because Troy says he'll do it, everybody else does it, because like I said, Troy is the alpha, and they do whatever he tells them to. Everyone is a sheep. So they're finally like, sure, whatever. What is the musicale gonna be about? And Miss Darbus is like, it's about you, duh. Senior year. It's about senior year. The musical is gonna be about what you experienced during your senior year, and because you guys are gonna be you guys are seniors, it's going to be about you. First of all, pretentious much? Main character much? If I went to their school, I would hate them. I'd be like, wow, you guys think you guys are so cool that you guys literally wrote a musical about yourself, and you guys are the stars. I don't even know you, so what is my connection? What entices me to watch this play? I don't know you. I don't care about you.
Wait, is this fucking play about us?
Before they leave, Miss Darbus announces that Juilliard will be attending the musical and has their eyes on 4 people for a Juilliard scholarship. And specifically, they are going to be looking at Kelsey, Ryan, Sharpay, and can y'all guess it? Troy freaks out because Troy is like, I don't remember applying for Juilliard. And Miss Darbus is like, yeah, well, Juilliard has heard of you and they want to look at you and consider you for a scholarship. And then Chad is talking about how he wants to go to U of A, University of Albuquerque, but he's too cool to say University of Albuquerque, so he says U of A. And then Taylor's like, I want to be the president of the United States. And then Troy is like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. Everyone keeps telling me to do one thing, but like I don't know if I want to sing. I don't know if I want to do basketball. I don't know if I want to do anything. Now, mind you, I want to say one thing. I feel like the writers flawed a little bit because they didn't know. They're like, what do seniors worry about? They worry about college and scholarships. However, Ryan and Sharpay are gazillionaires. They don't get scholarships. They pay for college because they can afford it. Especially, they can afford Juilliard. They don't need a scholarship. Are you kidding me? They are gazillionaires. And, mind you, everyone else at that school are freaking rich people. Like, the only person I imagine getting a scholarship is Gabriella because of how super genius she is. And she's, like, supposed to be the poor one because she moves every year. But really, when we see Gabriella's house, we see that she's just as rich as them. And Gabriella's mom, like, is a single parent. So that means Gabriella's mom will have to be making a lot of money to be able to afford their little freaking big little house that they have. Making them worry about money, but then showing us where they live. Where they live. I'm telling you. Like, they are gazillionaires. Now, Gabriella is like ranting to her bestie Taylor about the musicale, and Taylor is like, girl, why are you even worrying about the musicale? You're most likely not gonna be here for the musicale. And obviously the audience is like, what do you mean? Gabriella hasn't told anybody. She's only told Taylor. Gabriella signed up for like some freshman honors program at Stanford, and if she gets accepted to it, she essentially gets to graduate early and start college early. Meaning she would leave like in the middle of March and start college like in the middle of March. So she wouldn't be there for the musical. She wouldn't be there for anything. She wouldn't be there for prom. She wouldn't be there for grad. She'd be gone. Troy is now like talking to Gabriella about his future, and Gabriella is trying to get Troy to admit that he loves performing. Because everybody knows Troy loves to perform. And by everybody, I mean the audience. Not the people in the movie. Not the characters. But then Troy says, like, even if I do like performing, it doesn't work like that. I have to do whatever my dad tells me to. And my dad expects me to want to pursue basketball as a career. Like basketball and like go to U of A and like not perform. My dad is very, very, very against performing. Gabriella gets the news that she got accepted into the Stanford freshman honors program, meaning she's gonna get to graduate early. Gabriella tells Taylor. This scene is the stupidest scene ever, bro. So Gabriella like runs into the classroom yelling, like they're loud as hell. Gabriella being like, "Yay, I got accepted!" And then Gabriella's like, "But don't tell anybody." They are literally screeching. And so little Miss Tiara Gold overhears. Honestly, everybody in that room overhears that she got accepted into the freshman honors program. So little Miss Tiara Gold tells Sharpay. She tells Sharpay, hey, Gabriella got into this program, meaning she's essentially going to graduate early, meaning she's not going to be here. And also Gabriella only told Taylor. Taylor knows, and so also Troy doesn't know. And so, like, you should use this against her. Sharpay is like, that is the smartest thing ever. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So Sharpay puts the news out in the school newspaper, and Troy finds out via the newspaper. Troy and Chad go to the junkyard because Troy is looking for some parts to fix his little junky car. And while they're there, Troy is again fixated on having to choose between performing and basketball. And Chad is essentially the worst friend in the freaking world. It's not even like the worst friend, the worst person.
Telling him his feelings because, like, that's his best friend, right? And, like, he should trust his best friend and confide in his best friend. And Troy is essentially like, hey, so I actually really like performing. I really like singing, and I actually think I might perform singing. Like, I might pursue singing, and if Juilliard offers me the scholarship, I might just accept it. And Chad is like, that is absolutely disgusting. Chad is like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say. Singing is for children, and we are not children anymore. Singing is a stupid little fun little thing that realistically you only did because you wanted to date Gabriella. You don't like singing. Are you kidding me? Singing is for girls. Singing is for children. Grow up.
And then on the other hand, Gabriella is talking to Taylor. And Taylor has now Chad has clearly influenced Taylor to be a horrible person too, because, mind you, Chad and Taylor are dating.
Gabriella is like, listen, girl, I have a secret to tell you. I don't want to start college early. I don't want to be accepted to this. I'm a kid. I want to be a kid. I don't want to be forced to grow up so freaking damn fast. I'm going to be burnt out. In fact, I think I may already be burnt out. And Taylor is like, shut the hell up. Are you stupid or are you stupid? Like, girl, take that damn scholarship, do the damn school. I don't give a damn if you're burnt out. I don't give a damn if you are depressed. I don't give a damn if you are going to miss your silly little boyfriend, because he's hardly your boyfriend, okay? It's not like you love him. It's not like he loves you. You are going to break up the second that you go to Stanford and find somebody better. You are not going to be with Troy forever for the rest of your life. Girl, it's hardly a real relationship.
Gabriella is literally like crying out for help, saying that she wants to take a break, which, mind you, since the beginning, since High School Musical 1, she was starting to be burnt out, and she was starting to be like, can everybody please stop
referring to me as a super genius? I am tired of being a super genius. This is a lot of work and it is taking up all of my time and all of my brain power. I want to just be a teenager. Can you let me be a teenager?
I think Disney Channel might have created this flaw in the educational system. I think High School Musical created a flaw in the educational system. The flaw that does not help people. The flaw that if you are smarter, you get more work, more hard work, and you are expected to be smart for the rest of your life, and you are expected to do hard work for the rest of your life. If you are smart, you do not have the option to not be smart and to take it easy. You have to. You have to do AP classes. You have to do enrollment. You have to do college at the same time as high school. You have to graduate early. You have to get your associates. You have to get your bachelor's. You have to get your master's. You have to get your doctorate. You have to do everything. You have to be the smartest person ever. You can't fail. You have to have straight A's all the time. You kidding me? You're not allowed to take a break. You're not allowed to take spring break. You're not allowed to take winter break. You're not allowed to take summer break. You use every break to study. You do not stop with education. You do not get a break. And in fact, you are going to hate yourself. You're going to hate yourself if you want to do anything other than study. And that's what happened to me. Because, mind you, I was so burnt out from being smart in high school that now I am the dumbest person ever. Troy finds out that Gabriella got accepted, and immediately, because the program starts immediately, Gabriella moves away. Gabriella's gone. She's in Stanford now. And Troy is freaking out, and Troy tries to confide in his dad. But actually, not even. Troy is hiding the fact that Troy wants to do anything with performing, but then Troy's dad finds out that Juilliard is looking for a scholarship for him, and Troy's dad is saying the same exact thing as Chad, where he's like,
girl, you're stupid, you need to be doing basketball. Singing is for children, singing is for girls. Stop singing, that is stupid, you are a loser. You need to go to basketball. And Troy's like, you know what? I'm tired of everybody telling me that I can't sing. I'm tired of people telling me what to do. I'm tired of people telling me I can't do both.
So he kind of like freaks out and goes to school in the middle of the night and starts singing in the hallways and ripping posters and going crazy. And then Miss Darbus is there. Miss Darbus sees him going crazy, and then Troy is like, girl, how long have you been there? And Miss Darbus is like, girl, I saw everything. And Miss Darbus is like, listen, I have a little secret to tell you. I'm the one who submitted your application to Juilliard. And Troy's like, you literally ruined my life. And Miss Darbus is like, did I? Or did I open opportunities? Or did I open your brain, your mind, to make you think? Because I know that you like performing. You might even like it better than basketball. But Gabriella made a promise to Troy that she will be there. She's going to fly back for prom, and she's going to fly back for graduation. And that she's going to fly back to do the musical. But a week has passed, and Gabriella calls Troy and is like, listen, I don't think I can fly back. Are you kidding me? That is a lot of emotional toll. I cannot be flying. Go fly for one night. Fly for one night. Go to prom, fly back, do school, fly the next day, go to the musical, fly back to school because I'm in college now, and then fly back again to do graduation. I'm not flying back. I'm staying right here in Stanford. I'm sorry. Troy gets really sad, and so Troy skips prom Troy skips prom to drive to Stanford to go be with Gabriella. And Gabriella's like, oh, I love you so much. And Troy is like, I love you too, girl. And they dance. And then Troy is like, listen, if we get into my car right now and drive back, we can make it in time for the spring musicale. So they do it. They make it in time for the second half of the play or musical. And so the first half is played by their understudies. And Troy's understudy is Rocket Man, the guy from the beginning from the basketball team. Gabriella's understudy is Sharpay, and then Sharpay's understudy is Tiara Gold. Troy's understudy performs, and so does Sharpay. They perform the song that Gabriella and Troy are supposed to be performing, but they perform it weird because Rocket Man is like didn't expect to be the understudy because they thought Troy was going to be able to make it in time, but Rocket Man is like freaking out, and he's like, I don't actually want to be an understudy. Are you kidding me? I don't even know how to dance and sing. I literally don't know anything. What even is an understudy? So Sharpay performs with him, and then they go through the whole song, but then once the song ends, Troy and Gabriella make it back in time, so they perform the song again, but this time as Troy and Gabriella. As an audience member, I would genuinely think that this is the worst musical I've ever seen, because they are switching out characters like every 2 minutes, because now Miss Tiara Gold was actually gunning to be the next Sharpay because she's a freshman, and she's like, once Sharpay is gone, I'm gonna be the next Sharpay. And so because Miss Tiara Gold was the understudy for Sharpay, she sings Sharpay's song, but because Gabriella is back in time, Sharpay now reprises her, does her original role, and so like Miss Tiara Gold is like, you're not doing it. I'm going to be doing it. You lost your chance. And so really the song is now performed by both Miss Tiara Gold and Miss Sharpay Evans, and at the same exact time, they do it at the same exact time, so they're both singing, and it comes off as a comedy instead of something that's supposed to be serious and dramatic. Essentially, the musical is ruined because now the genre has changed and the audience thinks that this is like satire. Remember how I said that the musical is about them? Yeah, it's about them. Because the last scene of the actual musical, not of the movie, the last part of the actual musical is the original cast. It's Troy, Sharpay, Gabriella, Chad, Taylor, Kelsey, Ryan, I think Zeke, Jason. They all are wearing their graduation gowns, and they're playing the scene of graduation. And so they one by one say what college they were accepted into and what they are planning on pursuing as their career. However, if this were like a real musical, they would be scripted, and they'd be saying, like, they wouldn't be playing themselves. Like, Troy wouldn't be Troy. Troy would be like, his name would be Zach. You know? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, Troy was Troy. Troy played Troy. So at the end, when they were saying what they were doing, it wasn't scripted. It was actually what they were doing. Everyone's answers as to where they're going and what they're doing as a career shocked me. And I fear the writers forgot to like think about their lives as to what they're going to do in their career. Because so Troy stands forward and he goes, I am choosing both basketball and theater. And the crowd goes wild. He chose both. Good for him. He is going, instead of to U of A, he's going to Berkeley. And Berkeley is closer to Stanford. So I think they said it's only like an hour. I think they said like 60 miles, something like that. So Troy and Gabriella will not have to break up because their long distance is now medium distance, and they're basically going to be in love forever and be together forever. Gabriella, of course, is going to Stanford. Guess what her major is. Guess what her career, what she wants to be. Because if I were to guess, I would think that she's going in for science, biology, a doctor even, a math teacher, a mathematician, like something related to what she's been doing these entire movies. Because in the movies, she's been known as the math and the science freak, right? No. She's doing pre-law. She wants to be a lawyer. Kelsey got the Juilliard scholarship. Kelsey is going to Juilliard for composing. Jason is going nowhere. Jason's dilemma this entire movie was whether or not he was going to graduate because he was failing all his classes. So when it's his turn to stand up and go forward, Jason just says, I pass all my classes, I graduate. But he's not going to college. Taylor is going to Yale. Yale. She's going to Yale for political science because she wants to be in government. I mean, I guess that makes sense because she's really annoying. And like a really bad friend. And doesn't care about feelings. She doesn't have empathy. She doesn't have sympathy. No pathy. She has nothing. Ryan also gets a Juilliard scholarship because the Juilliard people decided that they're going to give away 2 scholarships instead of 1. Ryan gets the second scholarship, and Ryan goes to Juilliard for, I think, choreography and directing. Sharpay, this pisses me off. Now, mind you, there is a spin-off series, Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. I haven't seen it. Guess what Sharpay does? This girl does not... I just want to say, just because you didn't get a scholarship doesn't mean you can't just go to the school still. That's why I'm like, the writers mean to say, like, instead of scholarship, just like acceptance, because, you know, not everybody gets accepted. You know, only like a handful of people get accepted, especially like a school like Juilliard. Sharpay doesn't go to Juilliard at all. Sharpay goes to U of A with Chad, because Chad is also going to U of A. Sharpay goes to University of Albuquerque for drama, but she's only going to be a student part-time because she is going to be working in the theater department at the high school. She is going to be assisting Miss Darbus, the drama teacher. She is essentially going to be an assistant drama director at the high school after she graduates. Oh no! She doesn't deserve that. She deserves more. And I think that's why they decided to do a spin-off and do Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, because I'm pretty sure in Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure she moves to New York to do Broadway. I think. I could be wrong. And, you know, Chad goes to U of A for basketball. Will be. Oh, and Zeke, I think, goes to U of A for culinary. Not basketball. He goes for culinary. But nobody bats an eye when Zeke says he doesn't want to do basketball. He instead wants to do culinary. Anyways, that's High School Musical. 1, 2, and 3. Which is the best of the best? You won't know. No, you'll know. You'll know in like 5 minutes. You'll know. When you know, you'll know. Okay?
Another day, another victory for the OG, taking down the sweats, the imposters among us.
Yeah. It's time for High School Musical 3. High School Musical 3 quite literally opens up with a song. Like, High School Musical 2 opens up with a song, but there's a chunk of, like, a good page of dialogue and action or whatever before the singing starts, right? But this one quite literally, like, there's no talking, it's singing, straight singing. And High School Musical 3 High School Musical 3 got a bigger budget and is now no longer a Disney Channel movie, but instead a Disney movie because it got a theatrical release. And like I said, a way bigger budget. High School Musical 3, this time, is quite actually about a musical. It is the only one out of the 3 where we actually watch the musical. In fact, the way that they do the singing, like every single time they break out into song, that is literally the musical. Like they are literally like rehearsing for the musical. So it's not one of those times when like how musicals sing in this reality that doesn't exist. Like there'll be dialogue and like, you know, like in this movie, here's a reality. They're talking to each other. And then they exit reality once they start singing because that's not real. It's not reality. Okay? It's part of the movie. It's now a movie. It only exists in the movie. It does not exist in the reality. Do you know what I'm saying? But for High School Musical 3, a lot, not all of them, but a lot of the songs exist in reality because they are singing it in the musical. And the movie is about the musical. You got it? Intense basketball game. Intense scene. Troy dripping. Right here, right now. Another thing that they do in this movie is they extend songs. So right here, right now is first played in the beginning of the movie. However, they continue the song for the rest of the movie. Like there's a scene later in which they continue it. So. It's alright. I think there's a pattern with me, or really just the songs in High School Musical. I think the emotional ones aren't as strong as the fun ones, you know? The emotional ones are a little bit too emotional, a little bit too dramatic, a little bit too slow tempo for me, okay? And for you too. This song literally makes me tear up every time I hear it. It quite literally brings out, like, I'm literally getting goosebumps thinking about this song. I'm not even joking. I want it all. A+. Like there is no song in the world of musicals that exceed this song. This song, first of all, Vanessa Hudgens took some dance classes, clearly. Also, her character, Gabriella, wears a lot of dresses and a lot of heels. And I'm like, girl, I would never. Like, not even Sharpay wears dresses. Do you know what I mean? Not even Sharpay wears dresses to school. But Gabriella does. Anyways, Can I Have This Dance? This is another song that continues on throughout the entirety of the movie. They continue it later. It is a song, I think that they even continue in like the actual musical. But this song is part of the musical. This is part of the musical. This is part, not part of the musical, part of the musical, not part of the musical, not part of the musical. Part of the musical. It's part of the musical. Just Want to Be With You. This screen grab is from the end of the movie, but again, this song is performed all throughout the musical because it's like the grand finale, so they practice the song multiple times. And then this is the song in which Rocket Man and Sharpay perform as understudies because Troy and Gabriella couldn't make it in time. So this song, you hear this song a good 3 times. But I like it. Take it back to I really don't like this man. I'm sorry. Corbin Bleu, I love. Chad, I hate. Corbin Bleu, what's it called? Jump In? Y'all see that movie? 10 out of 10. Corbin Bleu as Chad? Oh my god. I quite literally get a headache thinking about Chad. But this song is The Boys Are Back. Just walk away. Little Miss, this is the annual the trope song. This is Gabriella's emotional dramatic breakup I'm leaving song. So don't walk away. This is her moving away. I think this is the only one of her dramatic songs that I actually like. I want to show you something real quick. Who do you think directed High School Musical 3? Cause look at this. I am convinced that they brought in Christopher Nolan to direct this scene. Cause have y'all seen Inception? Have you guys seen Inception? That scene that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is fighting a guy and the dream world is going crazy, so the room is tossing and turning, and it's like the room itself is literally going like this, like it's moving, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and the other actor are moving with the room. Yeah, they did that. That room, the room is moving. And Mr. Zac Efron, I think it's canon that Troy Bolton and Zac Efron at the same time in this moment decided to pursue musicals. And I think this awokened Zac Efron his ability to be in A Greatest Showman. The song itself is alright, but them creating the song is amazing. This second to last song, I barely count it as a song. The song itself, in the soundtrack, is called Senior Year Musical. And it's because it's all of the songs that are played in the musical, mashed into a timeline. So it's 7 minutes long, and you can listen to all of the songs that they perform, the actual musical. But the beginning section of the part is its own 1 minute song. I wasn't sure to count it or not, so I counted it anyway. So I wasn't sure where to screen grab it, so this is literally just the soundtrack cover. But the song, it was alright. It's sung by Kelsey and Ryan. It's alright. The movie is coming to an end. Thus, the series is coming to an end. Thus, these characters are coming to an end. These characters are graduating high school. Therefore, there cannot be a High School Musical 4 because they're not in high school anymore. They are now adults. So this is the goodbye song. Therefore, it is called High School Musical. This is them graduated, performing one last time, and I love it. I literally, like, I tear up at the end of this movie. It's so emotional, and like you're literally saying goodbye to the characters. They're saying goodbye to you, and you're saying goodbye to them. Like, I think High School Musical 3 should be taught in film studies. Like, to evoke feelings. To make a good sequel. Threequel. The thirdquel. To wrap up a series so beautifully and nicely and perfectly and amazingly and emotionally and amazingly. Anyways, let's get to the characters. In High School Musical 3, there's 3 new characters, but I only count 2 of them because the third one is like such a side character. Like, he's there all the time, but he like speaks once and I don't know his name, so I'm not counting him. Our first new character, Miss Gold Tiara, last name Gold, first name Tiara. She's British. She walks around like this. I personally cannot stand her, and I actually personally believe and think that this movie would be exactly the same without her character even being in it. On the other hand, the other new character, that's Rocket Man. They call him Rocket Man. Forgot his real name, they say it once. But he's known as Rocket Man. He's in a basketball team, he's a freshman, he's now in a theater thing because he sees Troy as a mentor, as an inspiration, as an idol. This man, I think the funniest addition to High School Musical. She's amazing. Are you kidding me? I would have loved to have her as a teacher in my senior year. She is the most, like, she like loves her students. She is there for them. She knows them better than they know themselves and each other. She is what every single teacher in the world should aspire to be. Like, I can't. Just when I thought that he couldn't get any worse as a character, he got worse as a character. Yeah. She was alright in this one, so she could have been better. I think if they put like literally just like 1 second of her being like a slightly better person, she would have gotten A tier. But you know who deserves A tier? 2 times in a row. She could be a better parent and listen to her child. However, she's not as rude and nasty as Troy's parents, so she's up there in a C. And last but not least, Troy really won my heart in this one. You know, he had haters left and right and front and behind. Like, that man could not breathe, that man could not speak without being hated on. And he still chose what was true to his heart. I think we should all aspire to be him. So. Hey. Anyways, now it's time for the ending of the video. Some may say the most important part of the video, the whole point of the video, you know. So now we're on the floor because I feel like I made this so much more complicated than it needed to be, but you know, sometimes it be like that, you know. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Now I am going to be ranking the characters all throughout the 3 films, okay? Meaning, there is no triangle, like pyramid, there's no A, B, C, D. It's just first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place, seventh place, eighth place, ninth place, you know what I mean? So there are a total of 16 characters. I am not going to be counting the little side characters. I am only going to be counting the main cast and their parents, because they are the ones who have been consistently in all 3, typically. Let's get to it. First, I'm going to be doing the characters, and then I'm going to be doing the songs. I want to go ahead and just get the last 2, 15, 16, out of the way, because 15 and 16 are, girl, where's my 16? What the hell? Where'd you go? Oh. 15, 16, I feel like this one is going to be really obvious. It's just Sharpay's parents, okay? They were only really in one movie, High School Musical 2. They aren't in the first one, and they are in the third one. In the audience, I believe. I hate them. So it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I feel like this one might surprise you guys, because it kind of surprised me, because I actually really love Sharpay. So yeah. 2 characters that I hate. I can't stand them. Why? Chad isn't a good friend to Troy, and Mr. Bolton isn't a good father to Troy. Mr. Bolton doesn't know how to separate being Troy's basketball coach and then being Troy's father. He is only Troy's basketball coach, and then he abuses the fact that he's his father, so Troy has to do what he says. Yeah. Now, Gabriella's mom is below Chad, the person that I hate. I don't really care about Gabriella's mom, but Chad, the person that I cannot stand. Gabriella's mom is really low because she does not have actual character development. Like, none of the parents do. So, they are kind of automatically lost because I don't know them. And they're being parents, as in, like, they are kind of just telling their kid what to do all the time and not really being there for them emotionally or as a friend. I know parents aren't really supposed to be friends with their kid, but, like, you can still be kind to your child. And they're not. So when you think about it, really, even though Troy's dad is last place, Chad is actually the one who is in last place. Because these characters all have depth and character development and purpose, and they drive the plot forward. These are obligated to be here. So really, Chad is in last place, even though these are in last place, you know what I mean? Alright, I get to it, okay? Now I'm getting to the top 3. These are the top 3. Who's first? Who's second? Who's third? Let's see. Miss Montez is second place. Only thing she didn't win first place, if you know what I mean. Get it? Because he's a super genius nerd who always gets first place in, like, straight A's, but not at my school. Who will win?
First place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Those are the rankings. Okay. Girl, in an attempt of being dramatic, I accidentally made it really complicated for myself because I did not realize that I don't know how to count. So I want to show you the top 10 and then the bottom 5 last, so that it's dramatic, and get, like, the middle portion out of the way, and then show you obviously the middle portion first, and this side will be the middle portion, and then when I turn it around it's going to be the top 10 and then the bottom 5. However, I don't know how to count, because why is number 10 right here? And there we have it. The middle chunk rated songs. Songs that are neither amazing, extraordinary, nor terrible. Okay? I had a really hard time ranking these songs. Okay, because there's so many songs. Like, I put, what time is it, as in 11th place, and I love that song. But 11, like, that sounds so low. But it's because it's out of 32. Did I mention? It's out of 32. So when you think about it, 11th place out of 32, that's not that bad. But, like, I love that song with all of my heart. You know? Anyways, let's get to the top 10 and the bottom 5. Now, you're gonna have to ignore these numbers. This was a mess up on my part. Okay? Now, I am going to get into the top 10 and the bottom 5. And then once I am done doing that, I am finally going to give out the awards for the movies. First place, second place, third place. Which one is the best? Which one will win and which one will lose? You know? This side of the board is really glossy, so I don't, you know, sometimes I want to start by doing number 6, 7, 8, and 9. 6th place. 7th place. 8th place. 9th place. 5th place. 27th place. I love this song. I sing Fabulous like every other day of my existence. You know, I am just at a loss of words. 28th place. 4th place. I feel like if I were judging based off of choreography, that wouldn't be in 4th, that would be in 1st, okay? I love that song. And the dance, oh my god. When it was trending on TikTok, I watched every single one of them. So Humanumanumu Akuwa'a. I don't know. 3rd place. 29th place. 30th. 31st. You are the music, yeah. Separate way. Second place. Before we go, I don't even want to count this. So because I don't want to count this song, it's just laugh. You know what that means? You know what that means? First place, first place, first like Gabriella's slow emotional breakup songs. And then if there is a Troy and Gabriella version and then a Sharpay version, I am choosing the Sharpay version way over the Troy and Gabriella version. And I'm just like, Sharpay had a point, man. She was a theater queen. Gabriella was not, I'm sorry. But you know what the thing is? Gabriella never tried to be the theater queen. Because you see, the conflict was only, like, Troy was the only one who had conflict when it came to theater. He was the only one where he's like, you know what, I actually kind of really dig this, and I think I want to pursue this. Gabriella was like, no, I love theater, but I'm not pursuing that thing. That thing is a pastime. Okay? I'm gonna be a lawyer, apparently. I'm gonna be a lawyer. I love singing and all, but like, it's just for fun. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why you guys want me to be theater queen so bad. I don't know why you guys want me to replace Sharpay. So I'm not even trying, you know? You guys kind of just gave it to me, and I'm just like, sure. So I understand Sharpay's frustration, okay? Third place. Second place.
If you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last.
High School Musical 2 had zero skippable songs. High School Musical 2, when that came out, I had the DVD and the CD and the collector's edition CD that came with their little postcards. It was like High School Musical 2 I rewatch yearly. Okay? High School Musical 2, I know every single little detail about that damn little stinking little movie. High School Musical 2. High School Musical, the first one, it's alright. You know, if it was a standalone movie, I'd be satisfied. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate the movie. It just didn't win. But if you don't win, you lose. So. And then High School Musical 3. See, this one was a really hard one. When I first came up with this video, I was automatically like, yeah, High School Musical 2 is the best one. But then when I was rewatching them to do this, to rank everything, I was like, I don't know. I think High School Musical 3 might be the best one. High School Musical 3's production value is insane. High School Musical 3's choreography is insane. High School Musical 3, I mean, the song that won first place is from High School Musical 3. So you would think that High School Musical 3 is the best movie ever. But the thing is, do you want to see? High School Musical 2 and High School Musical 3 each have 4 songs. High School Musical 2 is so good. High School Musical 3 at points pissed me off because I could not stand Chad. I could not stand his parents. I could not stand the dilemma. I couldn't stand it. The only reason why High School Musical 3 is not the worst one is because it has this song. So. This has been your host, Big Brain. Thank you. Thank you. Subscribe. Leave a comment below as to what I should do next. Yeah. And notifications, because since I post like once every other month, you need to know when I post. But it'll be worth it because I'm just a girl who has so much time on her hands. You know, like, I have so many things to do. So I wish I could do this weekly or even monthly. Unfortunately, I cannot, because I have a full-time job that's not this. So this will take me forever to make, and I don't know what movie to do next, and you know, thank you. Can you guys tell that this is Trisha Paytas? Let me know in the comments.
No chain jack and chain jack.